This has been the Diablo 2 Eastern Sun Hardcore Guides, Barbarian level 1 to 50, Normal Difficulty Guide, the long version. This is the final episode, level 40 to 50, though you could probably use this for any class leveling up. I'll probably make a shorter version later too. So then this is probably going to be the final leveling episode from level 1 to 50, because we're level 40, we already have some pretty good gear. We got maximum resistances, we got 28 damage, 28% damage reduction, 19 damage reduction, 29 magic damage reduction, and a whole bunch, 85% run walk speed. We got 139% increased attack speed, so we're definitely attacking really fast. Should be able to do those. Yeah, we haven't really. Oh, yeah, we got the ancient armor. We gambled for mercenaries, so he has a +1 to skills, but he definitely upgrade all of his other stuff now. He's level 40 as well. So now let's just explore some of the side areas then, and then after that we'll probably look at the gear and probably look at different gear sets, because right now we want to find a 4-socket weapon and a 4-socket armor so we could make some gold fine gear. Yeah, definitely help when farming the end areas. So we'll probably start in Act 1 then, because there's side areas in Act 1 that are end game. Yeah, it's exact same level as all the other end areas anyways, so you could go to any of these places. So let's go to the Blood Raven's workshop. It's in Act 1. You go to the outer cloister, I'm pretty sure here. Yeah, and then we just run down here. You play original Diablo 2, it would be called the Pits, I think. I think that's what it is. So they changed it. Blood Raven took over the Pits. It's not the Pits anymore. Now it's the Blood Raven's workshop, end game area for normal difficulty. So it's pretty much the same level as the Cows or the Worldstone Keep level 4, Bale, pretty much anything like that. We just gotta find where the cave is. Yeah, and then we have a whole bunch of gold finds, so even these guys are dropping a whole bunch of gold from us. But Midara sucks. Why do they have a Midara? Well, we shouldn't really stop here. I mean, give me better stuff. They're dropping 1,000 gold, and then they're dropping coupons, jewels. We could use jewels. Just getting distracted along the way. So then maybe the cave was back here, actually. Yeah, we found the cave. It was over here. You probably just follow the road, and then maybe you won't reset the map if you're trying to do quick runs, but I'd just leave it on that for now. So then you could pretty much go in here, I don't know, put on shock armor maybe, and then just double swing. Yeah, and then there's going to be Fallens, and then skeleton archers, and then fallen shamans. Hopefully you should be alright. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if you could take all the other areas in Act 5 alright, then you should be alright down here. These guys are just level 44. I know there's a lot of archers, they probably do a lot. I don't know if my cold resistance was low, or if I didn't have 29 magic resistance, or magic damage reduction, maybe they'd be doing a lot better. So we got a Gothic shield, that's perfect. I just want to check something. Amplify damage, so damage reduced by -41%. Okay, so it is true. It is good to have 130% damage reduction. Yeah, just when they cast that. Okay. So now I have the Kane's Gothic Shield. We could use that if we want. We could equip it. We could get the set bonus, right? So we get that, but then we can't use double swing anymore. Maybe it'd be alright to have the full set bonus, but double swing just works so much better. I don't want to sit there stunning everything and bashing everything with one sword. Maybe whirlwind or something. I don't know, but we just need to get the ring now for the set, and then we have the full barbarian set. Probably be ridiculous if we're going through nightmare difficulty. And then it's pretty much just yeah, the layout is one of the underground passages probably. Something similar to that. And we should be getting experience. I haven't been looking at my experience actually, but we should be leveling up. They're level 44 down here. Yep. So then we just clear the Blood Raven's workshop level 1, and then there's also level 2 down here. So we're looking for runes actually. We want to find a core rune so we could make the magic find and the gold find sets. Well, the rune words anyways. Gonna be a whole bunch of all level 44 items down here, so anything's probably good. We're looking for a base, probably the barbarian, ancient armors, and what is that sword? Dimensional blade? Dimensional sword. That'd be a good one. Maybe Elven chain, because it has a 20 strength requirement, right? But it's an end game item, so it's a level 1, requires 20 strength, but it has almost as much defense as the ancient armor. It gives you Yeah, it reduces your run walk speed a little bit, but it's probably pretty good. Yeah, probably good for level 1 characters, right? Yeah, everyone would be able to use it, and they just have all this defense. Oh, I could mention here too, the reason that it's like this too, it's kind of limited because it could only have 2 sockets on it, right? So other armors could have 5 sockets or 6 sockets. So it has high armor, it's low strength requirement, but it could only have 2 sockets in it. So that's one of the downsides, I guess, of it. So cool, let's go clear thing. Maybe the bone helm is pretty good. That's a good low level item for a character. So we could socket those with something so we could yeah, create something for alt characters. They could level up really easily. So let's look for base items. We could add sockets to white items anyways, so white items are good. So maybe just find some base items to socket for alternate characters. That'd be something to look for. Great sword. Yeah, because we already have great swords, but if we get a level 44 item great sword, maybe it could have more maximum sockets, so we could put more sockets into it. I'll have to see if a level 44 could have 6 sockets or not. That'd be good for a level 1 character. And then there's like fallen encampments down here basically, so there's gonna be big groups of enemies, yeah, just like the other places in Act 1. So there's big pockets of enemies, and then they're gonna drop lots of stuff, and then maybe the dead rogues or the chests will drop stuff too. And then all the jewels and amulets will probably be good to look at least. And a bone shield, that's a good base white item, right? Yeah. Yeah, because it's a strength level 25, it has defense, and it doesn't slow you down. It doesn't make you run slower. Yeah, it's other whole bunch of stuff, and then a round shield. That's a nightmare item, so it's gonna have a level 25 requirement, right? So that'd only be good for rune words and gems that have a base level 25 at least, I guess. So anything lower, just put them in normal difficulty items, just so the level is lower. That would make sense. And then we might actually be leveling up here pretty soon from these guys. We're still in the level 1. There's actually a level 2. That's where Bloodraven actually is. She's not on the first level. There we go. Now we're level 41 already. We leveled up. And there's still a whole bunch of items I'm finding. Just a whole bunch of white base items. Well, I don't know if that's going to be... Is it ethereal? Yeah, I don't know if we want to ethereal or not. Maybe later. We'll just throw away ethereal items for right now. Then we got greaves. I don't know if the greaves are even really good for anything. Yeah, what did we have? We had where's our bone helm? A 2-socket bone helms. Now we got a white bone helms. Now we could add any number of sockets we want into that one too. So now we got a 2-socket and then potentially a 3-socket bone helm. Dwarven circlet, yeah. And I picked up another dimensional blade. So we need a white dimensional blade for the barbarian. And it looks like level 2 is right up there, so now we could go see where Bloodraven is. Maybe I should just go clean my inventory here quick. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, because my inventory is basically full, just because I've been picking up all the white items here and everything. That's because I basically just got here, so I'm just looking at all the items, and then I wanted to compare all of them. Maybe put all the rune words and try to figure out what would be a really, really good set for leveling alternate characters. There definitely is the monster density down here. You don't have to worry about that every step you take. There's just more and more monsters and more archers. We're pretty much done the level 1. It's all cleared. We got a jewel. And maybe some other stuff. Oh, a circlet. Well, we have the 3-socket circlet. Okay, well, let's go put all these white items in the inventory then, in the bank, and identify them. That would clear everything up a little bit. Storm shield, maybe our mercenary could actually use that. He's just been using that the whole time. This will give him a 15% damage reduction. So that'd be really good. Then we could socket it with something later. Oh, and he has we put the amulet on him before, so now he has, that help him really? No, not really. The effects don't help him. The defense does, I guess. There we go. Now our mercenary is going to take 15% less damage. So we just found a shield for him too. 5. And let's just start putting things here for right now. Got more rune words, just a claymore, and there's some greaves. Helmet. I'll probably organize this more later. I'm just trying to figure everything out. So got the elven chain we picked up. So got a gothic plate. 3-socket Gothic plate. Maybe we could use that for something. Bone shield. Yeah, and then we got the set for that. Great sword. So I could probably get rid of my lower level great swords. So we got a level 44 one now. Then we got a set of mercenary items. So there's a mercenary sets for the mercenary. They're probably really good for just the mercenary mainly. And just a scythe I'm probably just gonna sell or something. Oh, +1 to all skills, maybe that's alright, level 30. Then there's probably just better uniques and sets at these levels. Then a 2-socket heavy bracer, so it has a whole bunch of defense, level 25. It doesn't require too much strength. And then, well, arrows, I could just buy arrows for $1 anywhere, I guess. Then a clay golem charges, now we can summon a clay golem if we want. So then maybe we'll just clear the Blood Ravens workshop, level 2 Blood Ravens down here, and then I'll just do an overview of the other areas. It's just going to be a whole bunch of episodes of me just going through them, and then leveling to level 50 when it's all just the same level areas anyways. So then Blood Ravens down in this area, you're going to find boss Blood Ravens and champion Blood Ravens, and then she's going to raise zombies constantly. You have to worry about that. I learned that in Hell the hard way. Then there's going to be more shamans down here, and then more boss Blood Ravens. Going to be regular Blood Ravens too, multiple shots. And I imagine on a Nightmare in Hell they get more modifiers, so it'd be like lightning enchanted, multiple shots, fire enchanted. That'd be a good Blood Raven. Yeah, just a regular Blood Ravens. So then actually I was looking at the codes and everything. All the bosses, the Blood Ravens, the Summoners, the Duriels and Andariels, they have a higher chance to drop ores, and they have different unique drop tables compared to all the other white monsters and everything. So it is maybe good to go out of your way to get them if you're looking for ores and other different drops. Yeah, 'cause they always drop up to 5 different items, right? So we dropped 3 items, so I imagine if you change the player settings to 5, they would always drop 5 different items. And it could be coupons or runes or anything. Yes, we pretty much cleared the level 2. Oh, there actually was something in here this time. There's always nothing in the chests, but we got a decipher and an amulet that might be do something. Morning Star, we'll just look at it just because it's a level 44 rare item, I guess. We destroyed another Blood Raven. We got a whole bunch of experience, so she dropped 1 item, so their no drop is just like regular bosses, I guess. Something like that. They drop up to 5 items. We got a unique, yeah, and their chance to drop uniques and sets is higher, I guess. Demon High Boots. So I don't think I've seen a dimensional sword, and we didn't really see the runes we were looking for. We cleared this place, Assassin's Choker. Let's maybe go check another place here quick then. In Act 2, you could just go outside Loot Lane into the Rocky Wastes, and then you should find the Magician's Chamber out here somewhere. Just make sure your resistances are probably good. Oh, and then they're all going to be skeletons, right? So you're not going to be able to steal mana from them. So you're going to need mana regeneration or some way. Maybe mana per kill. Yeah, actually there's going to be a whole bunch of skeletons, so mana per kill would work pretty good in here, I guess. Yeah, you're not going to be able to steal life from them either, because you can't steal life from skeletons. So maybe it's better for casters or something. So we'll just cut to where we find it then. It should just be in the Rocky Wastes here somewhere. So here we found the Dark Magician's Chamber level 1s. Then there's just going to be skeletons, and then guys that resurrect the skeletons. They're going to do a whole lot of, yeah, elemental damage, probably cold. You're going to freeze you. We have ignore freezing, cannot be frozen or something. Yeah, it seems like it, or maybe they just didn't hit us or something. Yeah, some of the rooms are gonna have millions and millions of skeletons, so you're probably gonna have to be careful. You have to find some way to AOE them down. Okay, but we have enough magic damage reduction that they're not really doing too much. And then maybe our regenerate health is good. We're not really stealing mana. You can steal mana from these guys, the summoners, but not the skeletons. There's definitely big groups in here. Maybe we could just find the second level and then just go check out the summoner quick. Actually, drop a lot of gold, that's for sure. Millions more skeletons, and a good thing we have magic damage reduction. So they probably just wreck us or something. They literally do 0 damage, that's really good. Rune sword, is a rune sword good for a base? Maybe. So I should be looking for a dimensional blade in the ancient armor. Nothing in there. There's even more skeletons over here. There's no shortage of skeletons in this place, that's for sure. They're all grouped together usually too. And then we found the level 2 down here, so the summoner is going to be down here, and he's going to have the same thing like Blood Raven, so he's going to have extra chances to drop ores, and he's going to drop up to 5 items, just like a boss pack. Or just like a boss, I guess. Yeah, bosses can drop up to 5 items. And it has a higher chance to be unique and everything. Yeah, and there's more Dark Magicians, some more Summoners down here. Cool. Yeah, and then these guys are near the Kotsurumi. They probably do a lot of damage later. Multiple shots with Glacial Spike. It did drop a whole bunch of gold, and then we got a set item, so we're definitely getting lots of gold down here.
I am overburdened.
And then you could also go through the palace, or you could go through the normal way too. But you could go. I wonder where this goes, anyways. Palace level 1. Yeah, it's the other place that led to the underground maze, right? So you go down to the left side here. Oh no, it's the palace level 1, anyways. Was it the underground maze? Okay, yeah, it was the underground maze. I made a mistake. So you go down to the south of Luco Lane, and then you go to the underground maze. And this is where you got the staff before, right? The staff part was down here, and the other staff part was up here. But there's also another way you could go. Should lead directly to the Far Oasis. Yeah, and then like I said, you could just take the overworld, like usual, go through the dry hills, and then the rocky forests, and what is that, the Far Oasis? Yeah, you could go get there. Or you could take this pathway. I usually don't take this pathway, but I'll just take it this time. I'll check it out. I'll see how it is compared to going the other way. Maybe it is a lot quicker. And then these guys are only level 22, so you don't have to really worry about anything too much. They're not level 44. This isn't a end area. Yeah, I'm not really too sure if it saves too much time. I mean, we pretty much searched the whole place, right? We didn't find the exit. We could have probably walked the regular way in the same amount of time anyways. Well, unless you find the exit quick, 'cause the exit's probably down here. Then it leads to the Far Oasis. There we go. So now we just need to find the waypoint and then the exit to the Lost Farm. Cool, here's the waypoint. Now, where's the Lost Farm? It should be an exit somewhere here. So then just follow the walls until you find an exit to the Lost Farm, I guess. Maybe pick up some charms and gold along the way. So then it looks like the exit was right over here then, so then you could go to the Lost Farm, and there's going to be a whole bunch of cows here. I don't know how their damage checks can do. Where's the mercenary? And then I wonder why your mercenary's not here. There we go. Yeah, and then you just maybe go see how it is. I don't know if you're going to do too much damage. We have a lot of damage reduction and a whole bunch of magic damage reduction. Did lose some health there. This is probably one of the last places to go, just because there's so many of them and they probably do a lot of damage. We'll have to see. Hopefully we don't die here, but we do have lots of damage reduction, life leech. Attacks we are losing health, they are hitting us. Jeez, yeah. Alright, so the cows, that's probably an end game area, or if you're a different class or something, you don't have to get hit, but we found the Far Oasis waypoint. Let's go check out some other places. Well, that place is probably alright. So then the Spider Forest. Now you can find the way to the Marshapane. Marshapane is somewhere over here. Yeah, and then I don't really want to walk over there. But if you go into the spider forest and then you find the Marshapane, Duriel is going to be there, and he's going to drop up to 5 items just like a boss, just like a Bloodraven or the Summoner. Act 4, there isn't any side areas. Act 5, there is side areas. They're all, if you go to the Frigate Highlands waypoint, here's a side area. It's just a small side area. They drop different things in here. Yeah, there's like Mountain Dew, and there's something that increases your experience for 30 seconds. Something that increases your run, walk speed, attack speed, and cast speed by like 100% for some duration. There's another one here at the area plateau waypoint. And the frozen tundra waypoint. Yeah, there's 3 different areas here. There's also another side area in the Ancient's Way. If you go to the Naraku, it's pretty dangerous actually. It's meant to be the last areas to go. I haven't ever actually gone to there. Maybe I should go there sometime. Maybe I should check out those places there. Basically, if you just go to the website and then it'll show you all the maps, you just click on the maps and it'll show you all the special dungeon areas. These are special areas like the secret cow level, which grants the best experience and the best items in the game. You're basically recommended to go to these areas after you beat the difficulty. Yeah, and then they just moved all the other places. So then the secret cow level. Oh, there actually is another place in Act 3, the Serena's bookstore. Okay. Yeah, so the secret cow level, you can only go there after you defeat Baal. So you just use a Tome of Town portal and then any club. Then it opens up the portal, and then there's a waypoint there. Then the Bloodraven's Workshop, we went to the Bloodraven's Workshop in the Tamo Highland. The Dark Magician's Chamber, we went there in the Rocky Wastes. And the Andario's Dressing Room and the Lost Farm, we went to the Lost Farm, but the cows still do lots of damage, so we're not going to go there yet. That's probably one of the last places to go. Yeah, and the secret cow level too. Then the Marshapane, we didn't want to walk there, but I've already been there a few times. Duriel's there. He's a boss, so he'll drop up to 5 items and higher chance to drop ores. And then the bookstore in Act 3. So that's like in the Upper Kurost and the Kurost Bazaar and the Causeway. Okay. It's just side areas you could go to. And then Act 5, just those 3 places I showed you in the Frigate Highlands, the area plateau, the frozen tundra, and then the Ancient's Way where Naraku is. And it tells you Naraku and below are extremely difficult areas for super rich experts. Only Uber players can survive there. You don't need to kill Nelithek to clear a difficulty. And I believe 99% of the people don't use personalize, so maybe he drops something specific to personalize your items. Yeah, because Diablo 2 there was something to rename your items, right? So there is all these places too. They're probably super difficult, but I don't know if they drop any better items. Maybe. I don't know if they drop. Maybe they do drop a different specific. Yeah, because I was looking at the loot tables, I guess. Maybe they do have higher drop rates of stuff down there, but maybe it's more difficult. And then there's just maps down here to show you that Naraku is in the Ancient's Way. Then it leads you to the G. Fraser Dome in level 2. Then the Memorial Park, and then the Dead End, and then it leads you to nowhere. And then Nelithek's domain where you fight him. And then you probably die when you're fighting him. Here, and then let's just quickly hop on my other barbarian I made before making this leveling series. So I pretty much show you the gear I had, the rune word I was making. Let's just clean up the inventory here quick. Yeah, just throw these somewhere. Yeah, 'cause this was the barbarian I was working on before I made the leveling series, and then I was going to make a gearing series, but then I was like, well, let's make a leveling series and a gearing series, and then look at all the items, and then figure out what items you could get for the characters, and then I was just trying to gamble for this level 20 set. I didn't get the gloves yet. I was looking to get the gloves and the belt and the boots, and then make something with it, 'cause it's supposed to be really good for melee and physical attackers anyways. So basically I had pretty much the same setup. I just had the circlet with the magic find and the gold find and the resistances and the damage reduction. And I just had the gold find belt as well, socketed with more skulls for more damage reduction. And then I got the armor, the rune words I was looking for. So the Ko-rune. The Ko-rune's the main ingredient. So let's just, 40 keys. Let's take these out. Let's see what the weapons were. So it was just a 4-socket dimensional blade that I made. And the N-K-U-U-N. Yep. K-U-U-N. There we go. So you need a 4-socket weapon. I'll just leave that one in there. It's exactly the same. Then I just found an ancient armor, and then I just put 4 sockets in the ancient armor. Yeah, so it's really good. The dimensional blade, it just had good one-hand damage and fast attack speed. You could find it in normal difficulty. Yeah, it's just a level 44 item. So then you just put the Ko rune in, then the U rune, and then the U rune. And then it doesn't have anything, right? It's just damage to undead, attack rate into undead, strength. And then you add the N rune, and then everything is unlocked. It becomes the Fortune rune, or the Fortune rune word. Gives you 150% extra gold, and then 70% extra gold based on level, and then 50% magic find, 35% magic find based on level. So then you can do that for the any 4-socket weapons, and then any 4-socket armor as well. So you put the Ko rune and the U rune and the U rune and the N rune. Then you got the Fortune armor piece, so it also gives you 150% gold find and some magic find. Yeah, and then you just put those on. And then I had some gloves. It's just leather gloves you can gamble for. It gives you 125% gold find, magic find, up to those, I think. Then I just put attack speed in it. And then now my gold find was over 1,000% and almost 500% magic find. So if you're looking for good magic find gear, just pretty much the belt and then the circlet and then maybe gloves if you want. And then maybe the fortune armor and the fortune weapons. Cool, yeah. And then there's also like the other rune. Maybe we'll go over rune forging later, because there's a rune that adds 40% gold find to anything. Then you could actually forge that onto your gear, so all of your gear could have an extra 40% gold find if you really wanted to. I'll see if I could find the rune quick, maybe. Do I have a rune stalker here? There we go. Yeah, the Ra rune. If you socket that, or if you forge it onto your equipment, or you could get even more gold find if you really wanted to. Yeah, it's pretty much you just need a gold to gamble everything, and then you need gold to buy gems, because you need lots and lots of perfect gems to forge your gear later. Wow, our movement speed is so slow. Why is our movement speed so slow? I guess I wasn't really focusing on movement speed on this character. I was just trying to get maximum gold find. So the boots, I don't know. Maybe I didn't get the skills. Well, yeah, the movement speed's definitely really noticeable in the other character, I will say. Sweet, so yeah, I guess that's it. That's all you need to do. You just need to do those end areas up to level 50, and then maybe get some super sick gear, I guess. Yeah, and then maybe get some gear for your all characters, and then get all the scrolls and everything later, but that's not till later. Pretty much here I'll go over what the items, maybe some more normal difficulty end game gearing stuff, maybe that'll be after this leveling series. But I'm probably just going to continue the series with the barbarian I was making, and then I was kind of working on an Amazon in between rendering episodes when I was doing stuff, but maybe I should just gear her out. Maybe I'll just start a whole new Amazon. I'll just get ridiculous gear for level 50. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, and then I'll start the barbarian, and then I'll just go farm level 44 areas and probably get to level 50 here. Then I'll probably figure out what to gear my characters with, and then go over all the items. Here we go. So yeah, the leveling series is done then. We're level 50. Next leveling series, going to Nightmare 50 to 75 probably.